Stop playing Hedges, says Tommy on Twitter. He offers absolutely nothing. Nothing. Utter waste of space on the team bus. Never mind the starting 11. Absolutely shocking. Well, there we go. Welcome back to a brand new season of Blackburn Chat. My name is Mark. I'm a neutral that loves the Championship. We have gathered an all-star cast of Rovers supporters this year to do 20 minutes every single week responding to the good and the bad of Blackburn Rovers. Thank you very much for joining us. We are very grateful for your company. We're, of course, looking back on that West Brom result. We're talking about Hedges. We're talking about Ashi. We're talking about how good do our new players look. And we're also, of course, looking ahead to the Birmingham City game this weekend. Right, Jason, good to have you back with us. How was your summer? Looking forward to this season. We ended it quite positively, didn't we?
We did, yeah, and as you can see, my son, I've not caught much of a tan, so he spent most of the time. I've been sat in the house researching Rovers, seeing who we're buying. I've just been locked myself inside, staying positive. If I go outside, I live in Wigan, I'll go outside, I just get jibbed for being a Rovers fan. So, but no, excited to be back, filled with hope until the weekend. Then reality hits home a little bit. But still create anything much. But yeah, slow start. It makes a change for us. We're normally quick starts, slow finishes, so maybe we'll be other way around this year.
We'll get into the game in a second. We're also delighted to have back, for those of you watching last season, of course, Mark, who has seen more Rovers games than anyone's had hot dinners. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Mark. Yeah.
Fantastic. And joining our panel this year is up-and-coming sports journalist Louis. Louis, great to have you as part of the team. How are you? Yeah, you're a Blackburn Rovers sufferer like these two.
I'm grateful that you're having me on. I'm doing well at the moment, yeah.
Good stuff, right. Well, you're doing well for now. Let's give you 2 months and let's watching this Rovers season to see how that pans out. Right, well, we're starting off with quite a controversial one. Jason, we'll come to you first. Tommy says, yeah, Hedges is a complete, utter waste of space. Is he right?
I think we touched on this last season a little bit. He's too defensive for a winger for me. I think that's his main problem. We need wingers to attack. We didn't create enough for me, and it's been a problem for a few years for Rovers now, creating chances, and doesn't focus going forward enough for me. I want to like him, but I don't. So, and that's my opinion on Hedges.
And if you're thinking, I've just pulled up an isolated tweet there from one person to make a point, well, you'd be wrong. Joe says, Hedges is awful. What on earth was he doing playing 90 minutes? Mark 4-star says, Hedges played full 90 minutes. Wow. He wouldn't even get in most championship teams. Jess Stead needs to bring Mayoshi in for creativity. Enough of the big lumps. What's your take on that, Mark?
I mean, I don't think there was one Rovers fan in the crowd on Saturday in that away end who didn't think any different. I mean, like Jason just touched upon then, we had this same discussion last season. So what the manager's seeing him, because I won't mind, I know that he's probably in for his work rate in the team and that, but I wouldn't even say he necessarily works that hard either. So I've absolutely no idea, and again, why he even played the full 90. Everybody could clearly see. I mean, there was a few poor performances, but it just beggars belief what these managers see in him. I honestly don't know. Really don't know.
Louis, as the voice of youth here, can you offer any positives on Hedges as a winger?
I think in the past we have seen positives. I think the last time I remember him being quite consistent for us was in the 23-24, just before he got his injury, and then ever since that he just wasn't the same, and he's just offered not a lot. And I feel like he's been played on both sides, trying to see which he's better on, but we still don't really have much of an answer to that.
Okay. Well, also coming up this week, we're going to get these three predictions on where Rovers are going to finish. So join us for that at the end. Also talking about Ashi in a second as well. But overall, Jason, I mean, West Brom, the second half seems to be better from what I've read and what the highlights I've watched. There didn't really seem to be that much between the two sides. Would you agree? It wasn't a case of West Brom battered you.
No, and I think all game we had more possession, so we weren't out the game. We just weren't creative. First half we created nothing short of nothing really. Second half was better. But I think we've just mentioned Hedges. Your creativity's got to come from out wide. We're a wide side. We like playing wide. Ismail likes playing out wide. So we need the creativity, which we had with Dolan, and I'm not going to throw him in the mix of being the problem with him going so early. But at least you got a bit of creativity from Dolan. We need somebody to recreate that a little bit, just put a little bit more on top. So it's early. We always see him play West Brom early in the season. We always see him get him early on. It's not an easy first game, let's be honest.
No.
There's easier first games out there, and it's too early to say. There was a lot of new starters Saturday, I think, which probably affected it a little bit. A lot of new signs got to start. So, I think it weren't the worst. It's not the best start, but it's not the worst. Let's be honest. We didn't get battered. So, yeah, on to Birmingham.
Okay. Let's talk about Ashi then. There was a few views on him, Mark. This one from Lewis, who says, if Ashi is going to be our main man this season, we are going to be in big trouble. Thoughts on that? He also says that positives would take with Pears not being in the squad, which is something that you'll nod your heads along to. But yeah, what about this? What about Ashi? I mean, he's obviously he's been here a year now, so it's not he's had a year to settle in to the pace of the Championship. Do you agree that if he's your main man and you're going to be in trouble?
No, not really. Harsh that one game in. I thought Ismail got his team wrong on Saturday. I think Yuki was up there and we kept pumping the ball up long. Well, he's not that type of striker. If you're going to play that way, then you've got to put Gay in the team as the lone striker, who can at least win a few headers. But it's just not Yuki's game at all. So I think it's harsh. I actually think if you play him right this season, and he gets a bit more support, he will come good, and I think he will score goals for us again. But I just think, I think that's harsh after one game. As I said, for me, the way Ismail set up on Saturday, he should have played Gay and Cogbo from the start. So that was the main problem, really. It just wasn't sticking up top at all.
Okay. Some other ones, Louis, for you to get your teeth into. Oh, no, we've done that one. Mike says, the two new right-backs look promising. Get your view on that in a second, Louis. He also says, Deneve and Axel look lost, unfortunately. It looks like the Championship is a big step up from what they're used to. First of all, Louis, your comment on the two new right-backs, is Mike right?
I think... I've not really watched Alabioso play all that much, but from what I've seen, he is an attacking right back, and I think he's more similar to a Britain replacement than Lewis Miller, because I think Lewis Miller is a bit more defensive as he has played centre back in the past, and I think Ismail's looking for that defensive sided right back, but then with Alabioso, I feel like he knew Britain was going to leave, so he wanted an attacking right back who's like up and down the pitch constantly, and even them two, they've come from leagues that aren't at the same level as the Championship, and it's going to be really tough for them to adjust. But I think there is potential for them to come good.
Okay. Any of you agree with Axel looking lost?
I just think they need time. I mean, to make statements like that after one game's a little bit. It's the Blackburn way. It is what it is. It's just what our fans do. But we've got to be realistic a little bit here. It's one game. Lewis Miller come in very, very recently. William Miller, so it's too early to make statements like that. Let's judge them like that a few months in when they're still not gelling, and then we can make comments like that. But for me, it's too early to be judging them like that. I mean, how many pre-season games as I can't say his surname. How many pre-season games has Ryan played?
Yeah,
he played a few.
Yeah, he did look really good. I've got to say, I thought he was our best player on Saturday, and even going forward. But yeah, it's too early to be judging players like they both said. They've come from different leagues. I've got to say, no, again, I'm not judging at this early stage, but obviously, you look at it on the face of it. Obviously, Callum Britton's gone. We brought these lads in. It does look a bit of a downgrade. But we've got to give these lads time. But the trouble is, if we get off to a bad start and we're saying the bottom three come October time. Football, you don't get time, do you? So I don't know. I'm just hoping some of these lads hit the ground running. But the right back, I think Alabusu, he did look all right on Saturday, I've got to say.
I mean, you say it's a downgrade, mate, and this is not. I'm not causing anything. We don't argue on this channel, but Britain wasn't all that when he come in. Let's be honest, he's grown into the player he is now. You know, Rovers should take a lot of credit for that because he come from Barnsley as a decent right back. Was he was a replacement for Nyambi? Is what he come in?
I think
for,
he was. He was.
Nyambi went.
Yeah.
And we just wanted a bit of end product, which we never got from Nyambi. That was the thing. So he was average when he come in. Is he 23, Ryan, isn't he? I'm going to call him Ryan all season. He's 23, I think. So
he's only young,
26?
27, I think. Britain, 28,
so
27, 28.
Similar age. We could have another Britain on our hands. We'll pick this back up in 3 years' time.
Absolutely. Yeah. It won't help to know that we spoke to Borough fans and they were delighted with Britain's performance on Saturday.
I looked at the rating. He looked like he got a good rating. But he's a steady 7 every week, and even on his bank games, he's a 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So Where Uncle Jack Walks will come to you every Tuesday morning on your podcasts. You can listen wherever you download them to. Download us from 7 a.m. for 20 minutes of Blackburn chat, or you can watch us on YouTube from Tuesday at 6 p.m. As well. And of course, if you were watching last year, you're wondering where Tom and Harry are. We haven't sacked them. Don't worry. Tom is poorly and Harry's on holiday. They will be back with us shortly. Right then, let's switch focus then and talk about Birmingham City for a second. Your next opponents. We've got the League Cup as well, but no one too cares about that. We'll talk about that next week. Louis, what have you made then of the Americanization of Birmingham City and Wrexham? Whether the media have gone, doolally this year for the American investment, and we're likely going to see more Birmingham City games on TV than we will Blackburn. Does that bother you at all?
I think it's going to make a lot of Blackburn fans jealous because we've got crap owners and they've been taken over by some American billionaires who's letting them, giving them the money to sign players like that for Ashi from Celtic and really good quality wingers. I think that he is really good. And as well, when they were in League One, they signed Jay Stansfield for 20 million, which is just crazy to me. Whereas we're buying some of our most relied on players for 750k, and it's just it's a big difference. But I think Birmingham are going to do really well. I think they could maybe even challenge for playoffs with the squad that they have. With Wrexham, I feel like they might not do as good because they've been signing players like Josh Windass, who they're not the most amazing of players in the Championship, but they are decent strikers to have. But they have been making a lot of decent signings. But I think Birmingham will do a lot better than Wrexham, in my opinion.
We've had foreign investment for a long time in football, Jason, so this is nothing new. But what we haven't had is this star-powered investment. I mean, what we've got at Birmingham City is we've got a millionaire owner, and that's he's gone to his mate who just happens to be a all-star NFL player who's said, right, we'll get your name, and that attracts the media attention. Do you look at it with green-eyed monster a little bit yourself, or?
I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan, me though. I love him. I think it's great to see him involved with English football because I never thought you'd ever see it. I'm a big fan of him. But
let's say Welsh football on that one.
They're in an English league. It's English football, whether they like it or not. I like it and I don't like it. I don't like the attitude it's given Wrexham fans. They seem to think they're this great, massive power of a club now, but I think that's the media attention that's doing that. So they get so much media attention. I'm just waiting for Will Ferrell come in and buy us, and then we can do some kind of duo with Wrexham, then, can't we? But I kind of like it. I think Birmingham. I thought the game was poor, to be honest. The Birmingham game at the weekend, I didn't watch it. I thought Birmingham deserved to win, without a doubt, but I thought it was a poor game. But first game of the season, they generally are. But like I said, that lad from Celtic looks a real player. I don't think he's a Championship player for me. They've done well to. I'd love to see his wage slip. because they pulled someone out of the bag to get that lad. He's great.
Yeah.
No, I like it, and it's good. It brings an interest to football as well. From
of course.
Celebrities are now sort of taking up a look, and especially at the Championship level as well, where we normally get forgotten about down here, don't we?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got Snoop Dogg at Swansea as well. Don't forget as well now. So we're saying that. Mark, yeah. I mean, Blackburn Rovers versus Birmingham City has got a Barclays Premier League feel about it, hasn't it? As a fixture. So we're looking forward to this one on Saturday. Full house as well as in terms of the Birmingham City who've sold out.
Yeah.
We believe the Darwin End. Difficult one to call with it so early, but do you see yourself finishing above Birmingham, Wrexham, and Charlton?
Birmingham, no. I think like the other lad said, I think they'll be in the top 6. Wrexham and Charlton, I'd like to think so. I think we've got enough to finish above them. But yeah, Birmingham, I'm not sure it's a good time to be playing them at all. I think that they're absolutely buzzing. I mean, you saw St Andrews on Friday night, that they're absolutely buzzing. And they're bringing 7,000 to Ewood on Saturday. Now, when we played Birmingham in the past, they've always brought decent fans, but not that many. I actually think we'll get beat on Saturday. I do. I think Birmingham are that buzzing. I think they'll have 7,000 fans packed in that Darwin End. Whereas we're still a club that fans are still not happy. Regardless of fans are still really not happy with what's happening behind the scenes at the club. So there's quite still a lot of negativity around there. And if we go one down early, I know it's very early in the season, but I think the crowd is just. I think the fans are still annoyed at events that happened last season. So yeah, I think Birmingham. I think they'll be really up there. Pushing the top clubs this year. I really do.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We'll be reviewing that game next week, so join us for that. Finally, then, we're going to ask for some predictions as where you think Rovers will finish this season. To make this a little bit easier, I'm going to give you a team, and all I'd like you to do is to say higher or lower, so whether you think Rovers will finish higher or lower than the team I mentioned, if that's okay. Louis, we've got to start with Derby County, which are becoming Rovers Mark II by the number of signings they've made. Will you finish higher or lower than Derby, Louis?
I'm going to be confident and say higher.
Swansea, Jason?
Can I have Derby, please? Swansea. Higher.
Okay. North End, Mark?
Oh, it's got to be higher. Definitely got to be higher.
Watford, please, Louis.
I'll go. It's a really soft one because I think they've had a decent.
He's getting hard ones, Louis, and welcome.
Sorry, well,
Yeah, I'll probably go higher just to be a weirdo.
Okay, we'll hold you to account to this at the end of the season. A QPR, Jason?
Higher. I think they'll get relegated.
Oh, okay. Mark, Millwall?
Lower. I think Millwall will have a really decent season.
Okay. Middlesbrough, Louis?
Lower. I think they've got a really good team at the moment.
Okay. Sheffield United, Jason?
Lower.
Yeah. All the research on these one. Yeah. And Norwich City, Mark?
Lower, just.
Okay. Right then. So one last question. Numbers 1 to 24. You're not allowed to pick 12, by the way, and that is just fence sitting. Where will Rovers finish this season, Louis?
I'm gonna go with probably 8. I think we're gonna be in and around the playoffs a little bit early, but then maybe fall off towards the middle, and then maybe pick it back up at the end like we normally do.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
the Rovers way.
That middle January, February slump. Jason?
Oh, the naivety of youth. Although last season I predicted 14th and we finished 7th, so I'm going to go 7th and we'll probably finish 14th, so 7 for me.
Okay. Mark?
Honestly, I've changed my mind that much over this last few weeks, and having gone to West Brom on Saturday, it's definitely gone lower. I know you said don't say 12, but I do think we are going to be mid-tail. I'm going to go 11th.
Okay, I had you as 11th as well. That's on my list. Yeah, here. So, yeah, okay, brilliant. I think we're averaging somewhere around 10th, aren't we? There, 9th. Brilliant. Right, well, don't forget to ask Tom next week. He's not getting out of this, and Harry as well. Right, thank you very much for watching. Do press the subscribe button. It'd be amazing for us to help us grow this into, just a nice little project we're starting. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Enjoy the Blackburn game. Enjoy the Birmingham City game. Enjoy the League Cup. We'll see you in 7 days' time to review it all. USA.